Hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
Just give me the thumbs up when you press the magic button.
Already have. I did earlier.
Oh, have you?
When I
Wow.
when I went for my shit. But that's the art of editing, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you can just see me like this, typing away on my email.
Yeah, basically. Take it. Yeah, it's the art of editing, mate. Nothing we don't want to get seen doesn't get seen, so don't worry.
I was like this. No, fair enough. You all good, mate? I was going to say, mate, you are looking fan dabba divvy dozy. That is a new look. I like it. You should stay like it. Like I said before, you were a 4, now you're an 8.
Well, you see,
like
when I
now
went,
I'll let you shag my missus. And my,
no, I got the dip in my head from the.
Oh, you got the dent, yeah, from the headphones.
From the old headphones. Well, when I had the Viking party recently, my missus liked me having a bit of hair on the top, and I was like, oh, all right. I've never had a haircut, never. So I thought, fuck it, we'll get it done. And he done the old beard. He did all right. He did all right. He did all right. He then gave me a massage as well. I had a massage while I was at the hairdresser. Hot towel.
I've had a blowjob as well.
Hot towel, bro, over the face. Gave you a massage. Just let you relax while he shaved you. Yeah, it was good. Good.
Oh, did you go to like the Turks?
What?
Did you go to the Turkish barber?
No, it's not. It's actually a great barber. It's quite a drive away from me. He's in a place called Bicester. But the kids like getting their hair cut there because the seats for the kids are like those toy cars you can drive in. So the kids get to play in, push buttons and shit, and it distracts them while they're getting their hair cut. So we drive a long way because the kids like it. But the guy that done my hair, I believe, is Turkish, and yeah, so he goes the extra mile. So it only costs
the Turks, man.
Cost 40 quid to have mine and my son's hair and my beard and the massage and everything was 40 quid.
Yeah.
And then after I paid, I then handed over another tenner. And he said, "Oh, you've paid?" I said, "That's for you." And he was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "That's for you."
Yeah.
Standard. You
looking after. Yeah.
You've looked after me. You've looked after my son. We're both perfectly happy. Crack on. Bless him. Done the work.
Yeah, I do like the with the old hot towel. They do go the extra bit. The old Turkish barbers. They do look after you, and it's so. To be fair, I haven't had one for ages. Last time I had like a proper Turkish with the towel, and you know they get the knife out and they put the like, the aftershave on you and all that. It's you're like, ooh, hello. It was with Pads actually down in Leamington Spa.
I used to play with a guy called Pads, but then you would invite him to play games. He just wouldn't turn up.
You're all a dickhead, eh?
What not? What a flake! You see the picture? You see the picture I photoshopped of him over a packet of flakes.
No, I hadn't said that.
You know, I put it up. I'll put it up now. Okay, there it is. Not for you. Yeah, I'll put it up in the edit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Pads.
I really wanted to see it. I can't wait to watch this this podcast back now. Yeah, you all good?
Sound, mate.
How's your week been?
Week's been long. I've been shitting a lot. I found the drug Imodium. It's amazing. I love it. But today was really nice because we went to get our haircut. Yeah, it stops you shitting. It's good stuff. And it works immediately. Literally immediately. Like the second you take it, your arsehole stops puckering up. I don't know. It's like it's been told off. It's great. It's great stuff. I don't know how it works, but I love it.
Imodium. Never heard of that.
Imodium, yeah. So we went to get the haircut, and then we went to an arcade that the kids love playing in. Play a bit of ice hockey pong thing on the table, like whatever that is. And then we went skiing, took the kids skiing. And then after skiing, we went back to the arcade for a bit. And then we went to a restaurant and had a burger and stuff. And then on the drive home, my missus was snoring away next to me. And the kids were sort of falling asleep in the back of the car. And I was listening to...
Mercedes-Benz, yeah.
In the Mercedes-Benz. And then listening to Billie Eilish all the way home. Just very chilled out, very relaxing. It's been a great day.
Oh, nice. Where'd you go skiing then?
To the snow zone in Milton Keynes.
Ah, I've heard about that one.
The escape centre. It's really good.
Where's closer to you? Is Tamworth closer to you or Milton Keynes?
I think Milton Keynes.
How far is Tamworth to you?
Let me have a look.
I'm just saying, because I ski. I wouldn't mind coming with you one time.
Bro.
I think Milton Keynes is a bit further away. So
from me?
From me. So it would be like a bit more of a halfy to us both. You know what I'm saying? I've skied for many
I can't show
years.
my screen because I'm doing...
Yeah. Tamworth from me is 60 miles.
60?
Yeah, it's just north of Birmingham, isn't it?
It's 81 for me.
Oh, is it? Where the fuck's Milton Keynes then? Might be closer, you know.
Is Tamworth real?
If I'm being honest, it's 84 miles to Milton Keynes for me.
Is it real snow in Tamworth?
Yes.
Same in Milton Keynes.
Yeah. I've never been to any of them.
Yeah, it's 43 miles to Milton Keynes for me.
I've heard Milton Keynes is better though.
Milton Keynes is savage. I love it. It's really good.
Does it have like a little ski park there or not?
On Sunday nights, yes.
All right, because I haven't skied. Last time I skied was 2000 and fucking hell. When did I last ski? 2016 maybe.
It's proper good. It's proper snow. It's proper.
7 years. That's mad.
It's high. It's very high. And they've got a proper snowplow and everything. It's like it is the shit. Yeah.
Did they have ski boot hire?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. So
you can hire pretty much everything. Apart from
boots.
Yeah, I've got my own boots. I've got all my own gear. To be honest with you, I take all my own
skis.
Stuff. I haven't got skis either.
I've got all the clothes like Celopets and that shit. But
yeah. It's so extra having your own skis. I've got my own skis.
Oh yeah, I got my own skis. I've got my own boots there.
I'll put my skis on the roof rack of my Mercedes, so you all know that I'm going skiing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I got my own boots, but it was like it was weird how I got my own ski boots. I kind of robbed them in a way. But they're very nice ski boots. Yeah, I was in the army, went skiing for 6 weeks on a big ski tour, and it cost me 120 quid to go to Val d'Isere for 6 weeks, and I got paid extra for being overseas. And then this guy lent me his boots. Once I finished, and all his Celopets and stuff like that, real good, nice gear. He was just a super sound bloke. And I said, "Oh, can I borrow him?" Because I owed him. Basically, I borrowed him money, loads of money, like 200 quid or something like that.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, I need that 200 quid so I could get some fresh sets." And he goes, "Oh, mate, just borrow mine." So I went, "Okay, happy days then." So he gave it me.
Oh my god!
I come back from the ski trip. He went on tour, so I left all his ski gear on his bed, which was next to mine, the room next to mine. Then I went off to SF for a year and a bit for the training. They did all this fucking reorg in the block whilst I was away. Moved all my stuff without permission. PlayStation, everything was fucking moved. All my stuff I was pissed off about. He was pissed off about because all his got moved about. So someone random just put all what was mine in a box and all what his was in a box. But his ski stuff got put into my box because the person who sorted it I went skiing with and they thought it was mine.
Oh shit.
So when he went off again, I had it. He's like, "Where is it?" I was like, "Mate, I left it on your bed." And then when I come out, because it was just the big military boxes are huge, they're like the size of a bath, maybe bigger. And then by the time I sorted all through it and it was at my home, I was like, "Oh,
fuck!
Look at these." And then I was like, "But I'm a civvy now. We'll keep that one quiet." He still don't give my money, so yeah.
My helmet's in the boot of the car, but I've got a helmet that's got like a gas mask on the front of it. It's like a proper. It looks sick. But I'll show you my boots. My boots are sick as well. Wait there.
I won my fucking ski shit. I was in that 6 weeks comp. I won a helmet, Spacco.
I took my headphones off and you were still talking to me. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I was just saying. I won. I got a headset as well, but it's Bluetooth, and it's about 180 quid Bluetooth one that connects to your phone. Oh, very nice.
They're nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, mine are grey, a bit like my hoodie and your hoodie, grey and green. But yeah,
let me see if I can find a picture of my lid because it's really nice.
Of your lid. I used to own a set of blades. Have you ever bladed before?
Nah.
Do you know the real small skis?
Yeah.
By the way, super fun. But I feel like with skiing, it's like riding a bike. If you don't ski for so long, if you have literally 20 minutes, half an hour, you'll be back to where you were.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It doesn't take long to get. Like I'll first put them on, I'll be a bit like, ugh. I'll be taking a bit. I'll be probably, the good old snow plowing turns, and then next minute I'll be carving in no time.
I have to save the image. And then
It was a good fucking thing.
yeah, I've sent it to you.
Oh, that's nice, mate. That is fucking nice.
Yeah, so I've got that, but I've got orange goggles to set it off, and my air vents orange as well. But yeah, it's a nice lid.
Did your missus ski?
No, but we're gonna get her lessons. When we were there today, she kept watching the skiers, and she was like, "Wouldn't mind giving that a go." I was like, "I'll get you lessons because I love skiing.
I
I
want a ski trip in the future.
Andorra, mate. I love going to Andorra. Love it.
Go on a ski trip. Me, you go skiing, and leave the kids with the ladies.
Yeah,
to
sounds good to me.
And do ploughing or sledging.
Have you ever?
And then they can go shopping because the shops when you go abroad, mate, the ski shops, they're amazing.
Yeah,
it's all like high, branded shops. It's clean. It's real. I love shopping when you go abroad, especially the ski resorts shops. It's all just. You feel like you're fucking rich. Yeah.
I was going to say it's cheaper as well, bro. Like in Andorra, you can buy so much. There was a 3-litre bottle of Jack Daniels for 25 euros or something like that. I'm just like, bro, what the fuck? It's because most of it is made over there. It's not imported. But if you wanted to buy a bottle of Coke, you're spending like £5 for a bottle of Coke because they have to import it in. It's not made there.
Yeah.
Everything's backwards, so it's so easy to get drunk.
When I was doing, because I was a lance corporal when I went skiing, so I was like 2IC, and then the captain was the boss. So when he was like doing his thing, I was the boss of like fucking 9 other blokes who just wanted to get pissed every night. So mine was all like, I was the accountant of like in charge of all the money.
I know what an accountant is.
Yeah. So I was just like in charge of all the funding for food, ski hire, this, that, and the other. So the food from the army was like crazy amount each day. But we needed receipts, obviously, to say this is what we've had. So I used to go, right, 4 blokes for an hour after skiing, after the day, go to Aldi and just ask people for their receipts out of people that are paid in cash. And then they look on the receipts, and if it's all food or like just even if it's
then
like 20
happy.
euros, cash it, give it to me. We'll take 20 euro out the money and just buy booze from it. And that's what it was. It was just like £200 worth of booze. We'll just go and get it. This is actually what we really bought with cash, and that's how we used to just, because we didn't have beer, which wasn't allowed. Like, why would beer not be allowed in our funding, eh?
Because you're carrying guns, abroad. I guess.
No, it was just a pure ski expedition.
Oh, okay, then I don't understand.
It was a competition, actually. That's how I won my Bluetooth headset helmet.
Ah.
Yeah, I won like the sort of novice of the new. Some people have been skiing since they're little kids, and I was like in the 6-week bracket previous. And this is all from Super G to, I don't know if you know what Super G is.
No,
it's the ones with their fucking huge skis. Where you see on TV,
yeah.
And they go. Mate, I was hitting like 60, 70 mile an hour going over the Mount Lag. Woo!
I've hit 60. I've hit 60 miles an hour. You know, I've hit 60 miles an hour, and when you're doing 60 miles an hour plus on your, and it suddenly pops to your head. I'm standing on my feet. There's no vehicle. There's no vehicle. Yeah. I don't have a roll cage. I have very little safety gear on. I'm doing 60 miles an hour standing on my foot. Yeah. It's such a weird feeling, but it's great fun. I've actually got video of it somewhere.
And all the slalom racing and stuff like that. So I was in like a proper cat suit, proper like thermal skin tight. You know what you see? I don't
ever want to see you in a skin tight suit.
Oh, great bulge on me. Used to put an extra sock down there to make it look bigger than he actually was.
Not bad.
And to keep it a bit warmer.
Thick head.
But yeah, it was the old cat suits where they wear in the Olympics, when they're super skin tight to obviously for the aerodynamics. Not mate, I was fucking flying.
Can your missus ski?
No, she's never skied. Kids never skied. It's just me. It's literally the best. If I had a choice between a summer holiday or go skiing, skiing would win 100 times.
I said that to Lucy today, and she said that she would be happy to go on a skiing holiday even if she couldn't ski, because from the pictures I've shown her, she'd be happy in the village, like at the bottom of the mountain, because there's plenty to do, there's plenty to drink, there's plenty to see. It's beautiful as well.
Yeah, and not just that, they can go up as well and have teas and coffees on the actual,
and then just get the cable car back down.
And then get the cable car down. Yeah,
exactly. So yeah, it would be wicked even if they didn't ski. We should get your missus skiing. We should get both our missus skiing. We should meet up in Milton Keynes.
Yeah, mate, I've had my best tan skiing.
Yeah,
genuinely the best tan I've ever had.
And it's not cold, is it? It's not cold.
No.
People were like, "Oh, it must be freezing, all that snow." No, I've actually got pictures of me sunbathing on the top of a mountain surrounded by snow in just a t-shirt and shorts because it was so hot.
It's because the air's so thin. And it's not not much wind.
No,
and it is warm, but you feel warmer anyway. So.
And I love the way that if you ask for like a hot chocolate or a coffee, I don't know where you went, but in Andorra they always go, and what alcohol do you want with that? Like what shot of rum, what shot of whiskey? Because it keeps you warm, doesn't it? So they're always like, okay, you want a coffee, that's great, but what alcohol are you putting with it? I loved that. I've
been to, so that 6-week expedition was Val d'Isère, which is the Magaluf for skiing, basically.
Okay.
It's literally the nightlife, unbelievable. Like Magaluf, basically, just tons of bars, tons of nightclubs.
The après ski, we call it, but the nightlife thing, I wasn't big on it. It was there, but I like to just go have something to eat, have a drink, and leave. And then when the nightclub started and stuff, I wasn't all about that, because I stayed for one night. And they were like, right, because they had the reps there trying to get everyone to spend money. So they were like, right, everyone, right, drinking games. I don't do drinking games. I just don't do drinking games because I like to drink at my own pace. Drinking games are dangerous. You make yourself sick. I don't get involved with it ever. I never have done, never will. So when they said, that, I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm going to leave now. And they said, no, don't leave. I'm like, no, I don't do drinking games. I'm leaving. If you're playing drinking games, I don't like being around drunk people, and I don't like being forced to drink to please other people. So I'm leaving now, and I did. I just went back to the hotel, perfectly happy.
Fair enough. Yeah, so like the nightlife was good there. It's like literally like Magaluf, just crazy cats. Well, how old was I then? About 20, 19, just turned 20. So for me, it was like party season. You know,
the last time I went skiing was 6 years ago.
Every night.
6 years ago, when my son, it was just before my son was born. Just before my son was born, so 6 years ago.
But like I said, it's like riding on a bike, isn't it? You could easily go down a black if you went straight down. If you went to Andorra again.
Yeah. A black run, you mean?
Yeah. A black slope.
Yeah. For people that don't ski, the slopes have got colours. So you've got green, blue, red, black.
It is green, isn't it? Or was it yellow then green? What's the nursery slopes? So yellows?
Green. They're green, and then they hit blue. Blue's green. Basically flat anyway.
Yeah, and then red is just the standard.
Red is good fun. Red is where I have fun. Black and no fun for me. It's basically like jumping off of a cliff. It's so ridiculously sheer. It isn't fun. You're just trying to stay alive.
Have you ever skied off piste?
Yeah, but only once because.
That's what I look for. So I always tinder off and just go off piste and just make our own tracks. But the amount of scenarios that I've probably been in 3 avalanches which we've caused, but very small ones.
That's why I don't go off piste.
Or like shifting and stuff like that. Yeah, but it's really good.
So off piste basically means off the track. So they have these big flags up, and you're supposed to go down in between them. If you go out of them, that's considered off piste because they don't know if there's rocks in there. That's what happened to Michael Schumacher. Is he went off piste. Fell over, hit his head on a rock, and obviously we all know that he's sadly in a wheelchair. But as soon as you go off piste, your holiday insurance will no longer cover you. So going off piste on holiday is a little bit dumb. With the military, I'm sure it wasn't a problem, but doing it as a civvy is a bit of a crazy thing to do, in my opinion.
Like now, I think when I was that age, I was like hitting the ski jumps and everything. Like now. 10 years on when I was 19, it's a bit like, I don't think I could do that anymore.
I think I've always been an old man. I'm just like, no, I'm going to hurt myself. Talking of hurting yourself, right? Did you see that Adriana Chekchik broke her back?
Oh!
The Twitch/porn star.
Yeah, the TwitchCon. But she wasn't the only one, you know?
No, there was like 6 or 7 people apparently. Snapped knees, snapped ankles.
I know there was definitely 2. It was her with the back. With the knee.
It wasn't an actual foam pit. It was about a foot deep of foam, and they told us to jump in, she'd be fine, and it was just concrete underneath a small foam pad. Broke her back. She's suing the shit out of them, and everyone's going, but she signed a waiver. Yeah, but a lawyer has come forward and said you can sign waivers. Waivers don't negate responsibility from the people that own it. They just say if you hurt yourself, it's not necessarily our fault if you do something stupid, but negligence on their part. They advertised it as a foam pit. There was no pit. It was just a foam mat. A pit is normally 6 foot deep, full of foam, and then you're safe to jump in. So the fact that it was down to negligence, she's suing the shit out of Twitch, and so is everyone else that's there. And the other people that weren't so big in name, they could probably get paid off by Twitch and it kind of get brushed under the carpet. But Adriana Chekchik is a big name. if she wins
How's
big
she
money,
gonna bend over now? Do you know what I mean?
if
Like,
well,
how
she
is she
doesn't.
gonna
She doesn't
take
do
up the
porn anymore.
arse?
She doesn't do porn
Oh,
anymore.
all right.
If she,
No, good
if
job
she,
did, 'cause she'll be useless now, won't she?
if she, useless. If she gets paid out big money, everyone else should get paid out big money too. Although she has got a broken back, they've all got broken knees, so it's a bit different. But yeah,
This is my question. This is my thought process though. So do we know how many injuries there were, like officially? I know there was definitely
officially,
two.
I think there's 4.
4.
I
So
heard
know
of
there was
7,
two.
but I think officially there's 4.
Yeah. So I knew there was. I only know there's 2. So if there's officially 4, if someone's broke, I don't know who got injured first, right? But you kind of think someone's just broke their back on that.
Yeah.
Shall we have a go? Yeah, go on then. Yeah, great idea. Yeah, let's do it.
Alcohol, bro.
So someone's fucking smashed it, like, screwed up their knee, like kneecap,
alcohol.
broken their leg. Yes, have a go then. Yeah, true, alcohol. Yeah, which comes under. I don't think she would get a decent payout if she was drunk, mate.
She wasn't drunk. She
wasn't.
wasn't drunk. She was being paid to promote stuff, so she was technically working. So she wasn't drinking at all.
But that's what I mean. If alcohol's involved with the injuries, a lot of insurance companies won't pay out.
I don't think that you're looking for the insurance company to pay out. You're looking for Twitch to pay out. They're being sued, and so the responsibility would be on them if they're letting drunk people on there. What the fuck?
But it's an event, isn't it? It's like saying in
doesn't matter.
Pub.
It doesn't matter. You can sign a waiver, but they've still got responsibility to make sure you're safe.
Yeah.
You can't just sign a waiver.
If you go into a pub,
yeah,
like for example with your family, you're not drunk or nothing, you slip on their floor because it's wet, they haven't got a sign out, fair enough. But if you're in a pub, you're fucking hammered, you fall over because you're hammered, smash your head on the bar or whatever.
That's your own fault.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
I don't know.
But you're just out under alcohol. Do you see what I'm getting at? I know it's an event, but I can't. There'll be a way they won't get a payout. I reckon.
There's always a way, isn't there? There's always a way. We'll see what happens.
Not as much as what people think. Yeah, but yeah, I did see that, and it did. I was a bit like, fucking hell, unlucky.
I didn't know if I was going to be talking to your missus today or you. I didn't know who was going to be. I was going to see on the other end of the camera.
Yeah, we'll arrange that like a proper date because she's just finished work. The last thing she wants to do is a fucking podcast, if I'm being honest.
Cheeky. Why? What does she do for a living?
She's a mental health nurse.
So she does nothing.
Yeah. She says she's a mental health nurse. But I genuinely believe she just uses that. She's one of the patients. She genuinely is like. Oh,
she walks around asking if people are okay. You're right. How's your mental health?
Basically.
You right?
How's your mental health? Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. It's
like Shutter Island. Is it Shutter Island with Leonardo DiCaprio, where he thinks he's a police officer he thinks he's a police officer investigating like murders and stuff, but actually it turns out at the end. Spoiler alert! Turns out at the end he's actually a patient, and they just kind of like let him do it, and he's actually the mentalist.
Oh right, yeah, that's pretty much what Keita does. Like she thinks she's a mental health nurse, but she isn't.
I hope she doesn't watch this episode because you're gonna get punched in your sleep. Oh, that'd be so funny.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
No, but I always think about her job though. It is a so she does, like, she's blessed. I say you are blessed doing 3 12-hour shifts a week, because you can do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you're done for the rest of the week or whatever. It's only 3 days a week, but she gets paid a decent amount. I hate working Monday to Friday every week, and it's like 10 hours average. So
I'm now like my shifts have just changed. I'm now doing 10.5 hours, 4 days a week.
That's good.
With a rolling day off. So 1 week I'll have Monday off. The next week I'll have Tuesday off. The next week it'll be Wednesday.
So I think my standard contract's like 8 hours, 10 minutes a day, Monday to Friday. But you always end up doing more.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. Mine's quite flexible, my job. But
I don't. A buzzer starts, everything moves. A buzzer stops, everything stops. And when that's it. That's it. Like there's no. That's it.
Yeah. Like a fucking basketball buzzer.
Here's a great question for you then, and I'm hoping that it makes you think, and you don't just agree with me, because if you agree with me, then it's a non-point. What's the first day of the week, and what's the last day of the week?
First day of the week.
Yeah.
The last day of the week. That's Monday and Sunday, isn't it? First day Monday.
Exactly.
What is that?
I saw a TikTok, and this bloke was saying Sunday is the first day of the week, and Saturday is the last day of the week.
Is that TikTok that says there's actually 13 months in a year rather than 12?
No.
Or something like that?
No. But it's a weird one.
Okay.
Some people believe that Sunday is the start of the week, and I'm just like, it really isn't. Sunday's like the depressing day because it's like your last day off and you're back to work tomorrow. Saturday's the day. It's Saturday. I know that's not the lyrics, but you know what I mean.
The best day of the week for work is Friday.
100%. 100%.
Because everyone loves a Friday. It's Friday today. No one does fuck all.
100%.
Yeah, just regarding on my missus' job, I do worry about her because she does have a lot of people with mental health issues, and you know they can literally snap like that. She does get into fights quite a lot. Hence, I think this is why she's always fiery anyway. But yeah, she gets into scraps. People just go and.
How big is she?
She's not very big at all, mate. Like genuinely, she weighs 50 kilo.
But
51.
like, how tall is she? Like,
she's quite tall for a girl. I'd say she's 5'7".
Okay.
5'8", 5'7", 5'8".
Okay.
She's quite tall. I don't know what the average height for a woman is. But I know you said Lucy's what, 5'4"?
4'11".
4'11".
Lucy's 4'11".
No, she ain't.
She is.
Wow, she is small, isn't she?
Lucy's tiny.
Isn't she?
Yeah.
She's like a penguin looking at an airplane.
Yeah.
Hello.
Lucy is ridiculously small. If you look at the picture of us when we went to the Viking thing, she's under my armpit.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah,
is she like tiptoeing when she kisses you, or are you on your knees?
Yes. I have to crouch right down. She's tiny.
Yeah. This is. Yeah, I'm going to use Stormtrooper Steve for this. This is Lucy down here, and you just pick her up and just go.
Yeah.
Put her down.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, no, she's ridiculously small.
Oh, fair enough.
Again, right. I'm going to play. In fact,
a clip.
See if I can find it.
Can you send it? Can you whack it in the Discord so I can watch it, just so I know which one you're on about? We're going to review some clips we've seen online. Again, guys, I think we should dedicate the next podcast on the pure Piers Morgan and Andrew Tate, by the way. I've watched that like 3 times. I've watched it 3 times, and it's just like, it's amazing. And if people genuinely still think Andrew Tate is a misogynist or anything like that, you need to fucking have a word with yourself, genuinely. Like, you're just completely blind to the world.
Where is this? All right, okay. I've got to log into my TikTok.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For some reason. There we go. And then I'll give you the code.
Excuse me.
Do you know which one I'm going to show? Because I sent it you the other day.
Yeah, but we sent a lot to each other recently, and then we said we should talk about this one, and this one, and this one, and this one.
All right, pricey messages. True, yeah, we have quite a lot. So I'm on about the lady in the wheelchair. So you know which one. So because obviously I have to send it to you as well. It's going to be a pain in the ass. Right, let me just.
Right, I know which one. I can look at it now.
I'm playing it now. Right.
Okay. Watch this, guys. Enjoy.
So yeah, so the one guy's already walked away from her. And
Bluetooth disconnection.
Shut the fuck up.
He's so professional.
It's my Galaxy light.
Oh, okay.
Bluetooth disconnected. It's like a cheap knockoff version of Alexa.
This one guy, he's literally got his head in his hands and he's clapping because he's so awkward. He doesn't know what to do. So the context of the video is, so she's met these gents, she's found these gents on Tinder. She sent them a message. She's met up with them, and it's how they respond to her being in a wheelchair. And some people in the comments are saying that the men are rude. They should have stayed and talked to her. Some people are saying that it's her fault. She should have said in her bio, she should have let them know that she's in a wheelchair and this, that, and the other. What do you reckon? What's your thought process on it?
If it was me, I would like to know if she was in a wheelchair.
Why?
Personally. Because it's a bit of a, I feel like if you're genuinely looking for someone and you like the, you obviously find with Tinder, it's basically just looks, isn't it? Really, like she looks.
I don't know. I've never been on Tinder, so I wouldn't.
Well,
I genuinely wouldn't know.
Right, but I've seen the concept of Tinder as swipe left or right. I don't even know if right's good or left's good. I don't know, but one's good. You swipe one way, which is she's fit. I'll talk to her, and then you match, and then you either go out to have a meeting or date with her, and if she has no pictures of her in a wheelchair or anything like that, just her face and stuff like that. It's what people call catfishing in a way. But you go there, she's in a wheelchair. Yes, I'd be shocked. I'd be like, oh, I did not expect. Like, if she did not say she was in a wheelchair, I'd be like, oh, you're in a wheelchair and you're basically disabled, right? So I'm thinking, oh, okay, that's a bit of a shock. I didn't know that. You didn't say anything. That's fine.
I suppose it depends on how long the conversation's been. If they've only had one conversation and it just didn't come up.
Yeah. Like, that was, if it didn't come up, then that's it. But I would not treat her like the way some of those gentlemen, well, I wouldn't even call them gentlemen, the way they fucking, the dickheads that walked away and was embarrassed, really. Because
I don't think it's even important to tell you. Like, why?
Not a priority, but
I don't think it makes a difference.
Like, that doesn't, I'm not justifying that. It's quite nice to know that someone, like, if someone's got a disability of some sort, like.
So if you were going on a date, if you were going on a date, right? You were messaging someone on Tinder, right? Mm-hmm. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, she's fit. Yeah.
Right. You're messaging her, right? Would you? Right. I want to meet you on Friday. Not a problem. I want to meet you on Friday. 8 o'clock. Not a problem. By the way, just so you know, I'm fully able-bodied. She's gonna be like, why the? That's weird. Why are you telling me you're able-bodied? That's weird. Like, you don't tell people that your legs work, do you?
No, I know.
So why would it be any different if you're in a wheelchair? Why would you go, oh, by the way, I'm in a wheelchair? Why is it relevant? You either like the person for their personality and the picture of their face and the way they look. The fact their legs work, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, no, I get.
If I turned up, right, to a date and there was a chick in a wheelchair, I was dating, and she was my date, do you know how fucking happy I would be? Do you know why? Do you know why?
Here we go. Go on then.
Immediately, you get paid to work at home because you can be their carer. Amazing. I suppose, yeah. Right.
That's a good point.
Secondly, you can park closer at Tesco.
Yeah. Look at all these fucking advantages.
You go and sit at the front of the cinema.
Yeah.
If you have to get a bus, people have to move out of your seat because it's designated for your missus.
And can run over their toes if you think them annoying.
I'm not even joking. Like, the idea of having a missus in a wheelchair is just a win-win. As long as she's not in pain, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't want a lady that's in pain, that it causes her angst. I wouldn't want it to be mentally difficult for them or anything like that. But there's so many positives to such a situation. Like, you're going on a date, I'd be like, oh, you're in a wheelchair. Well, tell me what happened. This is awesome. Let's go. Well, it's not awesome, but you know what I mean?
Mate, I agree with you 100%.
Oh, okay, cool.
But that's what I 100% agree with you. I'm not saying that's, they should be.
By the way, I'm partly joking about that.
Yeah. Before the people get offensive. Offensive content. But yeah, like, I would be initially shocked, like, oh god, I wasn't expecting you to be like, disabled or some sort of, can't use your legs, which is fine. There's nothing fucking wrong with that. As you said, there's positives. She's probably the nicest lady you probably ever meet in your life, probably as well.
Maybe.
And but the thing is, when I watched that video and they were walking away,
savage,
fucking man,
savage.
It's disgusting. It's disrespectful.
That one bloke that let her ties down first, so she couldn't chase him.
What?
I'm joking.
Oh, right. Fucking hell, I missed that bit. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, chasing me.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, absolute morons. Like, why the fuck?
But I would genuinely get to know her, and if I genuinely like her, I would genuinely date her. It wouldn't bother me.
It wouldn't make a difference to me.
I wouldn't mind, especially being if I was a single. Well, even now, let's say me and my missus split up, and you got to realize it's some sort of responsibility. Like, you might have to but she's obviously independent. She got there on her own.
Yeah, exactly.
But I feel like people feel like, oh shit, I have to look after you now. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I feel like that's what people's initial thought in their head is. I'm gonna have to look after you because you're disabled.
Yeah,
and
but you don't.
Can I take that responsibility? But you don't.
No. I'm perfectly capable of looking after. I mean, she was stunning for a start. And why is that relevant? What I mean is, she managed to put her own makeup on. She managed to get herself dressed. She looked incredibly presentable. Like, so just because she had a disability, she was completely able to look after herself. Got herself there. cracking job. Fair play to you, love. Let's crack on. See if you're a nice person. If you are, let's carry on dating. The wheelchair for me wouldn't be a thing. All those lads that walked away, you'd think, you fucking scumbags. The fuck is wrong with you?
Mate. I genuinely like. They're not even gentlemen, mate. They're just cowards.
Exactly.
And thinking like, yeah, it really annoyed me when the one guy did stay at the end, and I thought, but if you look at the one guy at the end, his initial reaction was a bit shocked, like what I explained, a bit like,
which is fair.
Hang on,
I agree. It's fair.
Which is what you would you do naturally. I think.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
I was only joking when
and
you.
Then I'd sit down. Yeah, and then I'd sit down, and then I'd like, and if anything, you could have so many jokes with her, and if she's quite
100%.
comfortable talking about it, you could literally, I don't know, dress up as a Formula One. Pit stop. There
was a TikTok. There's a TikTok husband and wife, and his TikTok, all their content is him doing that. So they'll watch a video of a couple like doing backflips with each other, and then it will cut to him, and he'll be like, "Can we try it?" And she'll be like, "No," and he's like, "You're so fucking boring." Then he walks away, and she's just sat there in a wheelchair. Or like the kids will be screaming, and she'll be like, "Are you going to sort that out?" And he goes, "Why is it always me?" And then he goes running up the stairs, and it cuts to her in a wheelchair. Like their content is so dark, but seriously funny.
Yeah. They see this. They see the good side with the bad side, and it doesn't phase them. A lot of people feel like if they can't use their legs or their arms or anything like that, it will they crack on and push through life.
100%.
And people that aren't disabled at all do take life for granted, for sure.
My mate's dad is a professional carpenter, and he's got one hand. Oh, the video we showed of the guy that does carpentry, and he's got no hands at all. He's got no arms. Yeah. He does it with his feet.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Right,
but that video really triggered me a little bit with the blokes.
I want to flip it. Things that are right. People that sing out loud constantly, does that annoy you? Like if you're working with someone on a job, and every song that comes on the radio and they're singing it, does it annoy you?
Yeah, every song. Yeah, if it was every song, it's like, mate, shut the fuck up.
There's a guy I work with.
It depends, really. If they're 9 times out of 10, they are pretty good. They're half decently good. But if they're really bad, I'll just tell them straight away, you're shit, shut up.
Shit. Do you know why they're shit?
You can have a little phrase.
Can I tell you why they're shit?
That's it. Go on.
Because they're installing people's internet. They're not a good singer. If they were a good singer, they wouldn't be installing people's internet. They'd be selling records. There's a reason they're installing the internet. There's a reason I work in a factory. It's because I'm not a singer. And there's a guy at work, he sings every song that comes on, every song. And I say to him, there's a reason you work in the factory. It's because you're not a fucking singer. And I said to him the other day, I goes, mate, you got to understand, I don't care if a banger comes on and you're vibing and you're singing to it and you're loving life. I get it. But you sing every song.
Every single fucking
song.
Yeah.
And it drives me mental. Same as
I think that's
people that hum. Why are you humming? You're like they're just cooking or whistling, and they're just cooking, or they're going for a walk, or they're just sat down in the front room. Why? I don't get people that do that. I don't understand it. Making noise for the sake of making noise makes me want to vom in my own mouth.
I get like. If they're singing, they're obviously in a good mood, and you don't want to shatter their good mood.
I do.
If they're, I agree with you in the sense of if they're singing every song, fuck off, mate. Genuinely, I don't want to hear your voice. There's a radio on. I'll turn up the radio. I would have I want to hear this song, not you. But if a banger comes on and they start fucking and they start doing the shimmy and they look at you and start singing, and then you start doing it back, you're fucking vibing, baby. You're going for it. Yeah, you're fucking clicking your fingers. You're doing the head like that, and you're like. You're just loving life. But if it's right, back to work, and then another song comes on, and then they start singing again, and then the next song comes on, and they sing that one as well.
It grates
how the
fuck
massively. Do they know every single song?
I know.
And all the lyrics. And 2, it's give it a rest sometimes, mate, Yeah, I agree with you on that one too.
What I know I'm flicking through, my brain's running at 100 miles an hour today. What sort of mood is your missus in right now?
Back from work. Couldn't really give 2 flying fucks.
Okay, so what's your plan for the rest of the night?
So my plan will be we'll finish this podcast, and then I'll probably be gaming.
And she knows that she's not expecting you back in the house.
I don't know. I did say to her before the podcast, if I'm being honest, I did say, well, I'm gonna do a podcast. I'll come back because you just finished work. We could chill out for half an hour, and then give it the deed, and she was like, no, straight away. She goes, you do it, and then you fuck off back into your gaming shed. And I was like, yeah, right, okay. But I go, but I'm going to put a twist here. And I said, this is what I said to her. I went, I'll give you a very good massage before we do it. And she was just like, the eyebrow raised. I can't do it. And then she thought about it. She goes, we'll see. So gonna have to bribe her with a massage tonight, boys.
Like, I'm scared, right? But one day when you think she's in a good mood, right? I want to play a game. I want us to both text our missus the same thing and then see what the responses are that we get. But we need your missus to be like not been at work, not tired, in a good mood, right? So
she's in an all right mood. Yeah,
but she's not expecting to see you. So I want there to be a night where she's expecting to see you, right? The same as my missus. And I'll text my missus and go, babe, I've decided I just want to play games all night tonight. If that's cool with you, I'll catch you tomorrow, right? And you text your missus the same and see the response we both get. I'm scared, but...
Why are you scared? I'm the one who's scared.
At some point, maybe not today, because she's been at work, I don't want to stress her out, but at some point we need to play that game. I think it'll be a fun game.
We're going to play it. Compare misses on texts.
Compare responses. Because then then you can
100%.
screenshot it and send it me, and we can put them up on the podcast. I think it would just be amusing. Look at you. You're looking at you're down. You're like, oh, I'm not sure this is a good idea.
I'm all for it, mate. I'm fearless. You know, it is what it is. What worse can happen?
So we'll sort out a podcast
I walk in, she's getting banged by a dude from work. I don't know.
We'll sort out a day when I can podcast with her. I was thinking, like, what can I ask her? I'm just going to be like, what's it like living with Dean?
Should I go and ask her now? She wants to have a 10-minute chat with you.
Come and say hello. Yeah, just come say hello.
If she says no, then I'll be like, all right, no worries.
Hey, go ask her.
You can just have a 10-minute chat.
I can edit out the bit where you run away and go and find her. Why are you looking at your phone so intently? He's reading. He's dyslexic. He's dyslexic. This may take a while. His Domino's Pizza are giving him more offers, but he's just confused.
Oh, no. I text her saying, can you get milk and nappies on your way from work? And she just texted me saying, I didn't see this. How many nappies do we have? Oh, shit. I need to run to Asda and Tesco after your podcast, she says. Is this a perfect time to say, nope, I'm gaming all night now?
No, because she'll stab you.
Shall I tell her? I'm gonna ask her.
Yeah, go ask her.
I'm gonna ask her. All right, give me 2 seconds. Put some elevator music on for the bit.
I'll cut it out when you run away, dickhead.
Right. She's not keen to come, so all that waiting for fuck all. Basically, she's just taken off her makeup, just going to the shower. So, which comes on to my next point.
That would have been perfect.
Yeah, I said like
just come wrapped in a towel.
Like women, so like she's not. She obviously looks more attractive with a bit of makeup on, right?
Okay.
As that's what it's fucking made for, right?
Okay.
I don't get how women don't like being natural without it. You know.
My missus doesn't wear any makeup ever.
Yeah, but she like my missus is alright without. Like I say to her, like you're really good, but I don't. I'm gonna have to word this correctly. Like,
yeah, careful.
Yeah, I think you know what I'm gonna say, and I think a lot of people are gonna agree with me too. Like, I can't believe how some women, how much different they look when they take on a lot of makeup. Like completely different.
Yeah, there is a lot of TikTok videos where women look like they've been hit by a bus and then they put makeup on and they look fucking incredible. And you're like, I would be pissed off if I woke up the next day and it didn't have makeup on. And yeah, I said it. Yeah, you'd be fuming.
It is though.
Makeup is an incredible thing. Now, Lucy, if she's going to work, she'll put on a bit of eyeliner, but she's not like foundation, blusher. None of that shit. Lucy doesn't wear anything, but then she's ginger naturally. She's got very pale skin and she's got freckles. What makeup does she need? Girls, that's the good look girls go for. They want the freckles. That's what they girls draw freckles on. My missus has got them naturally. So yeah, Lucy doesn't bother with makeup, and I actually prefer it when women don't have makeup because they don't end up with that fucking brown line around here where their neck is a totally different color. You're like, the fuck? Who are you lying to? Because it ain't me.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I'm some women, for example, Kim of Makeup, we both know.
Oh, I love that lady.
Naturally beautiful,
Stunning.
young woman.
Stunning.
Absolutely amazing, isn't she?
I love her.
And when she puts the makeup on, she doesn't look much fucking different.
No.
At all, do you know what I mean? Which
I
is
know. She
crazy.
did a TikTok the other day going, can we skip to the good part? And I messaged her, goes, there's no bad part. Like, it's such a... Oh, yeah, I think it's this one. Hang on, I'll play it now.
Yeah, she's really talented, by the way, guys. Really talented. She does a lot of face painting and body painting. She's like an artist. And she's very good as well. Probably one of the best.
She's a great friend of mine.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, well, I know Jari as well. She's a great friend of mine, Kim. I absolutely love this lady. So she does makeup in a totally different way. I wonder if Jari has posted recently, because I haven't actually looked.
And they're so talented. And I always see on, because they do stream on Twitch, and some people are like, this isn't content. I go, yes, it is. Like, that is content, isn't it?
There's a picture of Kim and Jari together. Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible what they can do.
I've seen people give them hate on Twitch, and I just don't agree with it. And
it's jealousy.
It's jealousy because they got viewers, and it's jealousy because they're not playing a game.
Well, let's be honest about it.
But Twitch is fucking everything now.
Well, let's be honest about it. People are jealous because A, they're beautiful. B, and I mean, they'll hate this, but they're topless. So you've got mindless people going to look at that, so their viewers go up. And then you've got people that are genuinely interested in art, so their viewers go up. So their content is literally a win-win. Like they literally cannot lose. Men are so weak. It's not their intention. Then the girls aren't like body painting for the intention of getting the attention of attracting men. They do it because they enjoy doing it. And even if Twitch wasn't a thing, they'd probably still do it because they enjoy doing it. And they enjoy talking to people and educating people on art and doing it. It just so happens that they do it topless, and it draws really cool people.
Professional.
And it also draws in some fucking freaks. But if you watch how they get rid of these freaks pretty quickly in their chat and they get banned, they're not actually welcome. But yeah, people get jealous over the fact that they're just talented and pretty. And that's all that is.
Yeah.
It's dickhead.
And they're very professional. It's not like they've got their tits out completely. They have got their tits out, shall I say, but they are covered up with...
They've got their nipples covered. Pasties, I think Jari told me they're called. Pasties to cover the nipples. Yeah. Because obviously, pasties, something like that. Because Twitch have got like some serious rules. Like men can't even show their nipples. So what the girls will do is they'll put these pasties...
now.
Oh, can they?
I've heard
girls will put like their pasties or their pasties on to cover their modesty, and then they'll do like a part paint so it looks like they're wearing a t-shirt, and then they start from there. They wouldn't be allowed to just come on topless and go, well, it's art. It wouldn't be allowed. But makeup, it's not one for me, man. Not one. I'm not really bothered. If your missus came down to chat to me and she was wrapped up in a towel, I'd probably have got a Woody. If she comes down with makeup, I'll just chat to her like a normal human being. So that's the way it is.
But the thing is, when she puts her makeup on, she doesn't look that much different. So she has her wedding or going out makeup, which is, like I said, I don't agree with the old the lines where they cake it on and it looks ridiculous, like completely different. She just puts more eyeliner maybe and lipstick on, I would say, and a bit more powder maybe. But her normal makeup is literally a bit like you said, we lose just a bit of the eyeliner and that's it.
Do you tell her that she looks good without
hardly
it?
Different. Yeah, I just tell her you look exactly the same.
You're such a dick. The problem is with saying you look exactly the same. You've basically just said her makeup is shit.
Yeah,
that's what she's heard.
I've told her she looks amazing without makeup.
There we go. There's the difference. Tell her she looks amazing.
Yeah. I've told her that she looks like this is what I say to her, because I remember showing her the clips of this woman who was, I don't know how old she was, but she had no teeth. She had fake teeth. She had no makeup on. She looked completely different.
I've seen these videos.
And then when she put a ton of makeup on with fake teeth in, genuinely, I gave her a 9 out of 10. I was like, wow, she's supermodel.
Yeah.
And then without it, you're like, what the? You're like,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
You're a completely different person.
Completely. You know? And then people in the comments like, that's not the same person. That's actually a different person. It's like, it isn't. No, They're just really good with their makeup. But do you ever have you bought your missus any gifts or anything this week? Have you done anything nice for her this week?
I've just been trying to become a better dad in some sense. Like actually get up in the morning.
Like that?
Yeah, so, but I'm fucking even more tired than I'll ever be. but it is what it is. I try and get a nap in here and there.
Parenting, bro, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's like when I spoke to about the obvious, we won't go into too much, but like since then, I was just like, right, I'll just get up and just take it on the chin. And the only time I can really game is late at night. And the only time I want to pursue my hobby and push on is late at night with very minimum sleep.
The problem is,
so in the morning when they're up at like the thing, she's in bed like between like she's normally in bed by now, and she's asleep by like 9:30, 10, and then when she's up at 6, she's a bit, and I've got to bed about 2:30, 3 a.m. I'm like that after 3 hours, and then she's like still quite wide awake, but she expects me to be motivated and everything with 3 hours sleep like every day.
The problem is your hobby doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know.
And
I get what you're saying, and that's what I've been doing. I still want to pursue it.
100%.
I still want to just grind. It's just an extra grind, and as you said, I've got to prioritize. I go, no matter what, I'm waking up. I'm getting up.
Think of it this way: your kids are only this age once.
Yeah, and
you don't want to get to a point where you're. Yeah, it will. You like. I put in so much hard work with my little ones now, knowing full well that as they grow up, they're going to need me less and less and less and less and less and less, and that's going to be heartbreaking when they don't need me anymore. But, that, and the thought of missing that, fuck, man. Just my shifts are changing at work soon, and the thought of not seeing my kids after school because my shifts have changed is killing me. So I'm going to finish work at 2:00 in the morning. I'm then going to have to get up at 7 in the morning so I can see my kids before they go to school, or I won't see my kids for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that almost brought me to tears when I worked that out. I was gutted. Yeah, no sleep and no hobbies, but time with my kids. Oh, bro, I take that all day long.
Yeah.
All day long.
And that's why I've changed my mindset on that. Rather than going, right, I need this extra half an hour. That half an hour is just going to go, right, let's just get Cobain changed or Ollie. Because even that little thing, just getting one of the kids changed, helps the missus out a lot.
Yeah.
Because my missus has OCD. Crazy. Because she said, I could clean the house to my military standard, and she will still go around cleaning after. Like, no, I'm being genuinely serious.
I love your
I've
missus.
done it before.
I love your missus.
Oh. I've gone round, and I swear down, it wasn't a speck. I swear, like, literally, I went full military inspection mode, right? To the points where places she didn't even fucking clean, which I picked her up. And I did a full clean, and she still went round with a hoover and a fucking mop and did a little dust and bits and bobs. But that is OCD because she can't settle until it's done.
Yeah, I love your missus.
And this is my mindset because I'm thinking, so my standards have gone down with the cleaning because I know she's just going to go around and clean it anyway. But I just wanted to test it out and just see if she still did it. So I thought, right, I'm going to fully commit this a good hour of military operation, clean this house like not a speck, even like the light switches, just everything, And she still went round, and I was just like, I've done it. Don't worry, I've done it. And she was like, no, I'm fucking over in. There's crumbs everywhere.
With people like me,
People
like me that have got OCD, it doesn't matter if you've done it because it's a job that we have in our head that we need to get done. So even if someone else does it, we're still doing it because we haven't ticked it off in our mental list.
Yeah. And this is what I really struggled with when I left the army, because that's what I mean. I would never see my kids as much if I was still in now, especially with the job role I was currently doing.
Yeah.
And I feel like life's despite taking a huge pay cut and a real adrenaline rushing job, and I suppose making a difference in the world, I thought your kids come first no matter what. And if I was still in now, I would have missed so much of him growing up. And I don't think I'd have the bond I have with him now.
Exactly.
With them both, shall I say. So yeah, I took a career. I thought I was going to be full 22 military man, which is what I initially signed up to do. But 6 years was enough for me until I had the kid. And hats off to everyone that has kids and they are
in the military still.
In the military still, men and women. It's hats off to you. Like, fair fucks for you to be on tour or operations or any sort of exercise, knowing that your kids haven't seen you for weeks on end. Like
that.
Fair fucks to you. Like,
couldn't do it. I'm too weak. I couldn't.
And this is why I
going a day without seeing her.
I left, and he wasn't even born yet, and I already knew that I was going to miss him. I already knew. It's mad, isn't it? I think it's just my natural instinct of going, is this what the life I want to see? Because I'm missing my missus anyway.
I like going to Andorra skiing, but I haven't been in 6 years because I don't want to be a week without my kids.
That's why I even get a bit anxious when I do Twitch London, and when I went to Bristol for the weekend and stuff. I didn't see him that weekend. I was just like, oh my god, like yeah, I'm doing something, but I'm not seeing my kids, and I'm like, there's 2 days I'm not going to see them, like, you know. And I do get really anxious about that. Like that's one of my anxieties for sure. Especially,
is your missus mentioned anything about you getting up in the morning? Like since you've been getting up?
No. Since then, no, nothing. It's been going all right. She's coming, like, as long as the house is half tidy when she gets back, she doesn't have a moan. Like, you know, sometimes I can leave it in a bit of a mess, like literally, like, not really. It's not really a mess, if I'm being honest. But I say it like a bit of a mess, like it's a mess, but it's not a mess. But it's got to be like a certain standard. Like as long as the pillows are lined up in 3 ranks, in charge, all in line, nice. They've all been puffed out nicely, and there's hardly any crumbs on the floor. Like I'll go around with a little quick hoover, then she's happy with that, and there's nothing on the kitchen sides, and that's it. That's
I love your missus. My missus, messy as fuck. She don't give a shit. There's stuff on the
Is it?
side. It can stay there. I tripped over in the kitchen today because she left boxes all over the floor because she couldn't be bothered to put the shopping away. If she watches, she's going to kick my ass because she texts me going, I didn't have a chance to put the shopping away. I'm sorry, you tripped over it. And I'm thinking, didn't have a chance. You sat on the sofa on your phone. You had plenty of a chance. You just couldn't be bothered to do it. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, the idea of your missus being like that is literally porn to my ears. If Lucy was like that, I would love the sort of military, I'm cleaning this house, you're helping me. I would love that. But everything else Lucy does is like top tier. Like I'm completely looked after.
Genuinely, I'll open up. It gets a bit annoying sometimes, but that's what I mean. When I didn't live with her and started living with her, it was she used to hoover 3, maybe 4 times a day. She's got a lot better. Love
that.
No, it pissed me off though because I'm watching the TV, I'm watching my program, and she's hoovered the living room twice in 2 hours, and I'm like, why? No one's been in here. I'm watching my program. I'm watching a movie, and I'm lifting my legs up every hour. Like, what the? Like, you've already been around here. She's like, oh, I missed a bit, but she's a lot better now. She only does it like once a day, maybe twice tops. But it's like with things like I swear down, I call myself the curler because she's literally behind me, like. Every step I take, she's like fucking wiping the floor, mate. And she's like, "So are you trying to slow me down, are you?" Like I touch the cupboard doors, like, you know, because
she'll wipe it after.
Oh, mate, because it's mirrored, like you can see yourself. They're like, you know, chrome, whatever they are. I'll open up, my fingerprint's obviously on there. I've gone and grabbed a cup. I'll close it. She's like this. Fucking get your greasy hands off there.
If I ever come around your house, it's going to be so much fun. I'm just going to lick a window. I'll just walk up and lick a window.
I'd say DM Meg and say, how clean is Pricey's house? And
I know your house is clean because you've done a walk around before on FaceTime. I've seen your house. My house is not like that. Like my house is a mess, and that is how we live because the kids live in a mess. Like they're happy. They know where all their toys are. Like we'll throw all their toys in the corner of a room. My missus will hoover once a day. She'll like she'll clean the kitchen as and when. Like there's no stress to it. I would like it if it was military clean, but it's not. It's not really livable, to be fair.
Mate, genuinely, my son's into this Imagine X toys, like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, whatever it is. They're all linked. They're like little toy figures, which are all linked, you know. And he has fucking hundreds of them. I mean, a bit like the Hot Wheels, like your son.
Oh, all over the walls, yeah.
But my son, my missus goes around after he's played in his playroom because he's got a dedicated room where my old stream room used to be. My missus will stand them up in like army like ranks, like in rows on the toys, up on there, all in this order. And she loves doing it. She's there. And I go in there, all these toys all lined up nice.
I love it.
Even the toys are in like military fucking ranks, mate.
I do the same with my kids' toys. I do the same with my kids' toys. I line them up perfectly, and I love it.
Yeah, all in line like that.
Organised.
All in like 3 ranks.
Organised.
Go in,
bro.
And then next day, first thing in the morning. Fucking earthquake,
bro. Can I have your missus? Like she sounds amazing.
No, she is a good girl, and she still gets a chance. Like even despite with I spoke to you about the morning thing, she still got up and made me my coffee's on the side. You know.
Yeah. So I make the coffees. I do the breakfasts. I get the kids dressed. She does the teeth because it annoys me, and she'll brush my daughter's hair if my daughter's being a twat and annoying me. But Lucy will cook the dinners. She cleans the house. She doesn't ask me to do anything. Lucy doesn't ask me to do a thing. I don't think that woman has ever said, "Can you run the Hoover around?" I don't think she's ever said, "Can you clean the kitchen?" Those words have never come out of her mouth because whether this is right or wrong, but I think she's always understood that I work a hard job and I work a lot of hours and I bring the money in. And so if I wanted to sit on my ass, I would, and she wouldn't say a thing. It was never a problem. Now she's got a job as well. I now actively help her because we're doing it's not that it needs to be the exact same. And I'm 12. You done 3 jobs and I done 4. It's not like that. It's we do what needs to be done around the house, and we're both exhausted. But the most important thing that my job is playing with the kids. Lucy's always said that if I can entertain the kids and give her the space to clean the house, she's happy because the kids are being looked after. They're happy. They're getting that one-on-one. They're not just sat on an iPad or their Xbox, which our kids do. Don't get me wrong. They do. My daughter will sit on her iPad for hours if there's nothing else going on, like whatever. But as long as they're with me and I'm beating them up on the sofa and playing with them, that's my job as a dad. And Lucy is perfectly happy doing everything else. If she ever asked me to do anything, of course I would do it. And there's been times when I've emptied the dishwasher and loaded the dishwasher for her, and she got angry with me. She was like, because you don't load it properly, so just leave it for me. Like, don't help me. I'd rather do it myself. You just play with the kids. Okay, cool.
See, that's exactly like me. Well, not exactly, shall I say. I wait for her to ask me to do something because for that exact reason, like you just said, I can empty dishwasher and she's had a go at me for not doing it her way, but I still get it in. You know, there's only 4 in our house. It's not like you've got 6 in your house. I mean, well, 8. So it's probably a bit more crammed, more organization in that dishwasher for sure.
Oh,
but
yes.
like, I wait for her to go, can you do this? It's mainly with the kids. Oh, can you get kids gym jams on now? And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine.
But then it falls under should they have to ask us? This is the tight line that we have to play because they shouldn't have to ask us. But because of the way that they are specifically, like they like to do it themselves and they like to be done a specific way. I have helped her in the past, but she would prefer that I don't do it. So I don't. But if she asks me, I am more than happy to do anything that woman asks me to do.
Same. Yeah, she's like, empty. Can you empty the bins? And I'm not. In my head, I'm thinking it's only half full.
No, see, my missus is totally different. So if the bin,
I'm like, it has to be full. I don't want to waste a bag. Do you know what I mean?
I'm going to take a picture.
She has to empty the bin every day. Every day. No matter what.
We empty the bin every day. Maybe 2 or 3 times a day we empty the bin.
Well, you've got 6 kids.
Yeah, so it fills up real quick. But I will take a picture the next time. The bin, so we use, the kids like toy boxes, the big toy boxes. We have one of those in the front outhouse for recycling, only recycling. And it's in between a cupboard and the American style fridge freezer. So it's got sides to it, basically. It's not supposed to. It's just because that's where furniture is. So when the box is full and level, that's when a normal person would go and empty it. Not in our house. No. Because it's got the fridge and the cupboard, you can stack things on top and it will lean on the fridge and it will lean on the cupboard. So people just stack. It ends up like being almost as tall as me. I'm like, am I the only one that can see that this needs emptying? And Lucy's like, I was going to do it in a minute. Everything's going to get done in a minute. If you listen to Lucy, everything's going to be done in a minute. In a minute, everything is going to be done. Right now, it wasn't good enough, but in a minute, the whole house, the bathroom, the bins, everything will be done in a minute. When that minute comes, she's going to run around the house like the speed of light, and everything's going to be done. Pure bollocks. People say that when they're like, "Yeah, I couldn't be bothered." But yeah, so that I'll take a picture and I'll send it to you, and you will be like, "That's fucking mental." It is funny though how different households run. My son's like you saying your son's addicted to those toys. My son's addicted to Elon Musk at the moment. And the stars. I need to take him to the planetarium in London so he can see the stars. It was ever since Tom's always been into cars, so he's always been into Teslas. Then he found out about SpaceX, so he's been massively interested in space, and they've been talking about it at school. And then I made the mistake of telling Tom about Elon Musk. He's making an engine that can go the speed of light. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't actually, if I'm being honest.
So let me see if I can bring it up so I don't get this wrong. Elon Musk speed of light. Elon Musk.
I haven't. No, I've been keeping an eye on his robot that he's making, which I think is completely pointless in my eyes. A little house-made robot,
It'd be
to
a
do
bit
the
weird.
chores for you. It's a bit, it's pretty cool, but.
Okay, so it's all about.
I just see Terminator written all over that. If I'm being honest, AI fucking robots, it's
Okay, so
there's nothing wrong with someone doing it themselves. So why do we need a robot to empty the bins for us? I get it when you get older.
I'd have it in our house to empty our fucking bin. But anyway, Elon Musk finally
What, 20
reveals
grand?
new light-speed engine that defies physics. So it defies the laws of physics. This engine, like the laws
Yeah.
of physics, go out of the window. It says here he believes he can get this engine to get us to the moon in 3 minutes.
Wow.
We can get to Mars in an hour, which would normally take tens of years.
Yeah.
So, but the crazy thing about this engine that he is making and mathematically works is it uses no fuel.
That's interesting.
There's no fuel. There's no petrol, diesel, rocket fuel. There's no nuclear. There's nothing.
So how the fuck's he doing that then?
No one knows as yet. He says
Does that come back onto our last podcast with the old Area 51 bollocks?
100%. Of course he does. And he can make, like, also, if he can make a light, like a rocket go at the speed of light and it use no fuel, surely he can make cars.
Why can't we use cars? Yeah.
Why can't we use... So
I
there's
think the conspiracy with that.
there's something going on.
Have you seen those guys that made vehicles
Out of
purely
water.
on water?
Yes, and then they disappeared.
And then they died and disappeared, and no plans of. So people, oh mate, he's made a car out of water. Showed everyone, and then it didn't get publicized, and then apparently
he was
died
killed
the next day. Mm.
Yeah, it's
Crazy
because
thing,
all the oil
No
companies, there would be no money. They would run out of money, and everything's money. Everything in this world is money. But what's funny is money is a myth. Money has no value. We give it value.
And this is what people say humans are the disease for this earth.
We are.
No, it's not. It's money. Money's the main thing. That's what makes our decisions the way it is. If we had no money and we did all this just out of our just natural survival.
Yeah, but money's man-made, mate.
Yeah.
So it's man. It always comes back to man.
But if say
or
money
woman
got wiped off now, and you want to sit in your room, have electric, have heating, have a car, have food for no money, and you can just have a certain amount of whatever, livable amount, and everyone can live and not worry about, and you just do the job that you're doing now, for nothing, would you still do the job you're doing now?
But I could have anything I wanted.
Yeah, so you could go into a bar, have some alcohol, blah, blah, blah. Just say, let's say 6 pints, just say, on average, you got tokens.
Yeah, but the tokens is money. The problem is people are greedy, so people wouldn't do that, and then there wouldn't be enough. Like you say, I order 100 pints just for me because it's free. Why not? Who's making those 100 pints? The only reason, say for instance, like you work, I don't know, in a car factory. We only make cars to order. If someone orders 100 cars, suddenly we've got to do a shitload of overtime. Yeah. So I'm working more than what I would be for free. Yeah. So I would have no time to do.
But this is what I mean. It'd be like limit. It'd be a limit of what you can live off. So that what you're living off now, like for example, like you're entitled to a certain amount each day.
Well, they do limit it with money.
You're entitled to one car.
Yeah, but they do limit it with money. You can have whatever you want if you've got the money. That's the limit. The limit is your own income, and you're everyone from the day from the second you're born, you are in control of your own income. It just depends on what path you follow.
But just which is coming on to my point with regards to if we can make cars out of water, why aren't we? Because of money.
Yeah. It's because the oil people.
But then the water prices would go up, right? Because obviously more water would fucking be used.
Yeah, because no doubt they would turn around and say, "Oh, this is a special type of water. You can't just use seawater. You can't just use tap water. It's got to be a special kind of very pure water that you can only get from this company."
From this mountain.
Fiji? Is it Fuji water that everyone raves about? I need to try some of that.
I don't know. I've tried. Is it Vars? Vars water?
I don't know. Sounds like saying arse water. I would never drink arse water.
With a V for Victor. And it comes in a real nice glass bottle, like a cylinder. And then just nice little grey screw on top. Mate, I used to keep the
I love the way you just described a bottle to me.
Yeah, mate, I used to honestly keep it and refill it with normal water and then just go around and go, oh, look at me with Vars water.
Yeah, the big glass. Yeah, I've seen those. They sell them in Marks and Sparks.
Actually, I've seen them being sold in like the corner shops just down in your street. And they were actually surprisingly cheaper than I thought. They're just like a normal bottle of water. A little
Yeah.
bit more, like 50p more.
And they're glass as well, aren't they? Like
And they're
proper
nice
glass
bottles,
bottle.
mate,
Yeah,
genuinely,
yeah. Yeah, I might. You
do
know, they're the sort of bottles that obviously they're taller and thinner, but they're the sort of bottles that people fill with tea and coffee and sugar, and even buy their kettle. Very similar sort of bottles to the like glass jars that people spend a fortune on.
Do you like drinking tea and coffee out of glass?
No.
Or do you prefer like?
I drink it out of a cup like a normal person. People that drink it out of a glass, it freak me out.
So you don't like if you go to Costa and you order a latte and they give you that glass one with a little tiny handle.
I spit in their face. No, obviously I wouldn't do that. I can't give me a cup. I might. My mother-in-law, she's got some glasses downstairs that she'll drink like really posh coffee out of. I don't get it. I think it's a weird feeling. I know like this is irrational. I know it's irrational, but there's a part of me that thinks if you heat that glass up too much, it's gonna fucking have a problem. Because obviously you heat sand up to make glass, so it gets to a hot point. It's obviously a lot hotter than boiling point of water. But there's always that thing in the back of my mind, like, is this gonna like cause a problem?
Fracture a hand? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they're designed to go a bit hotter than a normal glass.
Of course they are. But my brain just immediately goes, "Oh, you're in danger." But maybe because my sister's a burns victim, so when it comes to like hot water in anything, I'm always like, "Is that safe?" So maybe I've got that in the back of my mind. Tell you what happened the other day. Me and the kids talking about like glass jars and containers and things. Me and the kids went out for a walk with the missus, and there's a house down the bottom of the road that's got a skip. Anyway. At the front of the skip, there was loads of like pots and pans in the shapes of like hearts, and they were weird colours and weird shapes. And it's a sort of shit that my missus loves. So as we walked past, I was like, I can't hide those. She's going to see them. There's nothing I can do. I guarantee she's going to knock and ask if we can have them. If I was on my own, I'd have left them there and I'd have kept my mouth shut. But she was with me, so I played it clever. I pointed them out to her, so I looked like I was being really nice. I'm going, "Oh, look, babe, they got them there. You might like those." Secretly, I was thinking she's hoping she wouldn't pick them up. She knocked, and she's like, "Oh, nice pots and pans that you've put out with your skip. There's a reason they're by the skip, love. They're binning them because they've suddenly found taste." But anyway, she was like, "Can I have those, right?" "Yeah, not a problem." The mum's like, "Yeah, take them. That's why we put them at the front of the skip in case anyone wanted them." Anyway, we get them home. She's happy as Larry. She's as happy as a pick and shit. They're pristine, to be fair. There's no dents in them. There's no chips. Okay. It's pristine. They look brand new. They look amazing. And she went, "Do you realise what these are?" And I went, "Cooking utensils so you can make my dinner. Like, other than that, like, what?" And she showed me a picture. One of those pans is worth 200 quid.
Holy shit.
And we got like 7 of them.
Oh,
she was like, "These are designer, like cast iron, like these are no joke pots and pans, like a proper frying pan with the lines in it for steak." And that was like 250 quid on this website for the exact one. Like it's got the marking on the bottom with the brand. I can't remember what the brand is, but
probably starts with a H, right?
I can't remember.
Because I know there's a brand pot.
I can't remember. I honestly can't remember.
I can't say.
But she was like, "Yeah, this is like over £1,000 worth of pots and pans." I'm like, "Why the fuck are they throwing them out then?" She's like, "They've probably got new ones or something." Yeah, it's quite a nice house. She's like, "They've obviously got new ones or whatever." I was like, "That is fucking mental."
Yeah.
So yeah, random story that she now, not that she didn't just get a brand new set like 3 months ago, like a brand new set. Oh well, she's happy.
I got a little. I was questioning my missus. I'd say about a week or 2 ago. I got a funny little question. You should definitely ask your missus the same thing.
Right.
I said to her, I did a bit of the old Andrew Tate scenario, and I said it's my duty. It's my duty to protect you guys. You know, it'll be me to protect everyone in the house. It'll be my responsibility.
100%.
So I said to her, do you agree with that? And she's like, "It's not." She said, "Well, it's not your duty." And I go, "Well, I feel like it is." And she goes, "Well, that's your opinion." And I go, "Okay, fair enough." I go, why don't you think it's my duty? And she goes, and so I gave her a scenario of, like, for example, the Titanic, or someone comes through the door with a gun or a knife or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I said, if someone comes through the door now with a big machete, who's running at him first to protect everyone? She goes, "I fucking will, wouldn't I?" I go, "I know you're a fiery fucking thing." I go, "Would you expect me to do it?" She goes, "No, I wouldn't expect you." And I was like, So, but I got her because she went back on her word, and I said, right, okay, so whoever goes at this person right now is going to kill the attacker, but also is going to will die as well. You will die attacking. You're both going to trade lives. Who's it going to be? Who would you choose? And she goes, you. And I went, what? I go, why? And she goes, well, because you're bigger and stronger and all that. I go, so you're expecting me to do it? She goes, well, no, I wouldn't expect you. And I was like, well, you technically are. So it was a bit of
I love
that. Like a back and forth debate. And I said, so I gave her the Titanic scenario of like, right,
are you Jack?
Women and children.
All right.
Well, I said, are women and children only allowed on the boat? And I said, would you let me go on that boat instead? She goes, no, because they said it's only women and children. I go, okay, fair enough. Only women and children allowed. Let's say one parent with kids. Who would you choose? And she goes, me. I go, well, why can't I do it? And she goes, well, you'll be able to survive better, and you'll, got a bit more fat, and you'll be able to survive. No, I go, no, I will die. So I was like, so why can't I do it? And she's like, well, because I'm the mum, aren't I? And I go, so it's my duty to
die,
take the sack to die. Yeah. And she's like, yeah, but it's not your duty. And I go, it is.
It is.
It is. It is. You're saying it is, but you're not.
Yeah.
You don't like the word duty.
It's like, this world. It's this world we live in where everyone wants equality and everything, but when it actually comes down to it,
yeah,
it's not really for them.
And this sums it up, right? Where we live, the path is right next to our front door. Yeah.
Yep.
We've probably got like maybe a meter of a front guard. It's not even a front fucking guard. It's just a bit of gravel, and a little paved slab to our front door. So we get a lot of little pricks that cherry knock the door. And literally tonight, as we walked in, someone went bang, 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 front door. She goes, ah!
And just sat there.
I was like, no, she was in the kitchen. She goes, can you get it? And I went, and I went up to initially go now see who it was, and then I stopped and went, you go and get it.
It's
like,
your job.
No, she didn't click on. She goes, no, I'm scared. I went, oh,
so it's my duty.
So it's my duty, is it? And she was like, she just went, shut up, go answer.
I love that. You need to get a ring doorbell.
Yeah. No, we got a bell, but like, yeah, we should.
No, the ring one's got a camera.
Yeah. Like, it's 100% chain knockers because, like,
what the fuck is a cherry knocker?
So we call it chain knockers when you bang the door and run.
Nick knock nanny, we call it. Nick knock nanny.
Yeah. So you call it different. I call it cherry knocking. Because it's so easy. Like, they can literally run around the corner and we won't be able to see them. It's literally about 20-meter run and they're out of sight. So we get it all the time, and all down our street, because we're all perfectly in line on the path. And
so you can literally run down.
And they're still running, bang, bang, and then run, bang, bang, and then literally, we all open the door at the same time. We all just look at him and go, it's happening again, guys. Everyone literally at the same time like that. And you're like,
I'd want to set up like a tripwire or something. Did I ever tell you the time when my dad got arrested for having a curtain pole?
Really?
Someone done that to him.
Where?
So dad lived on a 3rd floor flat, and the little twats would come up and they'd ring his doorbell, and it was pissing him off. Anyway, this one day he was putting up his curtains. He putting up his curtain rail. It was this little thin black rail tube thing. And these kids, they fucking banging on the door, ringing the doorbell down the bottom. And he opened the window and went, oh, you little fuckers, I'm going to fucking have you. And he's pointing at them with the curtain rail.
Oh, right, yeah.
10 minutes later, armed police at the front door.
Really?
They ran back and told their parents my dad pointed a gun out the window at them. It was a fucking curtain rail. They raided my dad's house and arrested him. And he was like, you fucking, it's a curtain rail. Like, they're like, yeah, but you were posing it as a gun. He went, no, I was pointing at the little cunt. I didn't at one point say I'm going to shoot you. I just pointed at him saying I'm going to get you. There we go. Yeah, got in trouble with that.
Mate, the police is such a like a grey area. I feel so sorry. If you're a police officer out there, I feel sorry for you because
so do I.
They got to know all the law, and if someone, I've been watching this guy called DJ Audits on YouTube, right? Watches things, and all he does is he approaches. I don't know if you've seen it before. He approaches like constructive, constructor sites and stuff, and flies a drone, and people get real sketchy about it.
He's a prick,
and he's just like, but he's literally just saying how it is, and people are real sketchy about it.
But people like that,
it's like you don't own. He's
people like that.
provoking.
He's provoking it. Like, why? I don't see the point. It's causing confrontation for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, he's right.
Yeah.
He's allowed to do it. But what's the point? Like, it's so fucking trivial. Like, bro, do something more constructive.
It is a bit provoking, but I also get.
And it's a waste of police time.
True, but I look into it and I kind of like it because he's actually playing it by the book, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. And if he's genuinely gonna educate them to make their security better and make it better, then all well-being. He's got every entitlement to do that. Like to go up and say,
I think the bloke's a bell end. The problem is like you said, the police need to know all the law. They don't. And what's really funny is people's misconception of the police. They're public servants. Yeah. So they have the power of arrest. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what they have. They don't have anything else. They literally have nothing else. If you know how the police work now, I won't say exactly what I used to do, but I have worked with the police. The police have nothing. They literally have nothing. They are receptionists. If you think of a receptionist at, say, a hospital, the police are just receptionists. That's it. They're nothing else. They're literally nothing else. And what I mean by that is they go out and they arrest people because they've been told to arrest people by the people sat in the office back at the station. We need you to go and get John Smith. He's in this house. Go get him. They go get him. We need you to sit on this road and catch people that are speeding and arrest them. Yeah. And then what you do is you bring them back to us, and then we do the actual police work. So the police officers you see on the beat, the police officers out in the police cars, your police officers out actually arresting people, don't actually know too much about the law. They don't need to. No. And the training to become a police officer is only about 6 months. And the amount of that's actually law is very little. It's actually how to restrain somebody. That's a lot of what the training is. So CPS, Crown Prosecution Service, they're the people in charge. So a police officer can arrest you, and your best thing you can do is go, not a problem. Arrest me, take me to the station.
But you don't have to give your name, though, do you?
Unless no, you don't have to. But if you've broken the law, then you have to.
Yeah. So if they suspect you for doing something, like I could be in the wrong place, wrong time, right? And they said, oh yeah, there's a guy around this area. What's your name? You don't have to give your name, do you?
But why wouldn't you?
Well, I'm just saying, but you don't have to.
You don't have to, but why wouldn't you?
Say, you could have your own privacy, Why? I know, like, if people don't like giving out their names.
Why?
It's just the way it is. If I was like doing my ex job and I got stopped by the police, which I have done, there was a way I would go around it. I'd have to say something to them, and then they sort of click on.
Understandable.
But if there's obviously privacy, agencies and all that do it as well. And if I was going to stop and they weren't giving out names, it should be like they do react to it the wrong way. When I've seen a few videos online, why won't you give your name? It's like, well, I don't have to. Yeah, they should just respect that, but they make the scenario. But they wouldn't know if he was a private agency working. Do you know what I mean?
I think you're wrong. It
should be like
because if they're running down the street and they're trying to catch someone, and you match the description of a paedophile, right?
Yeah.
But you're not a paedophile. And they go, all right, mate, we're looking for John Smith. He's a paedophile. We know he's ran down here. He looks just like you. What's your name? And you go, I'm not telling you. Not only are you delaying them catching the actual guy, so he can now run off even further, but also you're now a suspect. I don't want to be suspected of being a paedophile. I'd rather go, nah, my name's James Donovan. And they go, oh, yeah, okay, so you're James Donovan. You're not the paedophile. We'll let you go. We're going to go and catch the guy we're actually after. If you're completely innocent, give me your name. Like, I don't understand people that go, oh, I'm not giving you my name. Why? If you've done nothing wrong, if you've done something wrong, I fully understand. Oh, yeah, I want to hide my name. I don't want you to know my name because I'm hiding the fact that I'm a drug dealer. Then I get it. But like for me, if the police stop me, not a problem. You arrest me. Even if I think they're in the wrong, not a problem. You arrest me because you're a receptionist. You're not actually someone I need to be worried about. You're just a receptionist. Take me to the station so I can speak to the custody sergeant who's in charge, who I can then say, I don't think this arrest is lawful for these reasons. I don't think you have grounds to detain me under these reasons. He's arrested me because he believes I'm wrong, but this is my point I'm making to you. It's then up to the custody sergeant to see if there's actually a case, if there's actually a legal reason to hold you. If there isn't, the custody sergeant will tell that police officer to take you back where he got you from and let you go. Because he's got no legal reason to pick you up. That's your right. But as soon as you start kicking off and not giving them your name, they've then got reason to arrest you because you're obstructing a police officer. You're then causing yourself problems. Your best, if you've done nothing wrong, not a problem. Please arrest me. Put me in the back of your van. Let me go and speak to your boss. Because you're a police officer. You're not actually...
It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of your time.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
What if you've got to pick up your kids from school? Oh, yeah, then. Arrest me.
Yeah, let them.
It's... Yeah, but it's just...
But the problem is...
It's not the way it should be.
But if you stand there and argue with them, what's going to happen? They're still going to arrest you. They're still... If they say they're going to arrest you, you're not going to talk your way out of it. It's impossible. It's not going to happen. So if they say they're going to arrest you, if you make it easy for them to get you to the station, talk to the custody sergeant like an adult, and if there's no reason to have you there, he'll let you go. If you stand on the street arguing and fighting and causing a problem, it's going to take longer. They're then going to have to wait for a van to be available to come and pick you up because they're not going to trust you in the car. They're then going to hold you, take you to the custody suite, and then they've got you on obstruction. So you're wasting your own time. It's actually so much quicker if you just go, my name is this is my address, please take me to the station. Then you get to speak. People that stand on the street, I want to speak to your sergeant. Well, you will speak to the sergeant. The quicker he gets you to the station. The sergeant's not going to leave the station to come and speak to you unless the sergeant has decided to do rounds, which sometimes they do, which is very rare, but then they'll still have a custody sergeant who's slightly different. I don't understand. Like, CPS, the Crown Prosecution Service, so the police officers will arrest you. They then take you back to the station. The station will then have a division of people that are trained to investigate whichever crime it is you've been arrested for. They've then got 24 hours to actually make the case, and then they have to put their case to CPS. CPS will then come back and say, there's not enough to go on, let him go. Or, there's enough to go on, hold him for another 24 hours. Only CPS can make that decision, not a police officer and no one in the station. If CPS says hold him for another 24 hours, that's fine. They've got more of a case and then you've got a bit of a problem. But the best thing you can do is help them. Help them investigate it. If you're innocent, I want you to find the guy. The guy's not me. Take as long as you want. Investigate it. And if you do a good investigation, you work out it's not me.
It's it's a bit of a grey area. Like I said, it's a grey area. Like some people would like to give it and some people won't. Like I wouldn't like to give my name.
Well, you're a knobhead then.
In a way, yeah. Like if they're saying, "Oh, we're looking for someone, white t-shirt, dark hair. His name is," and I'll ask him. I'll go, "Well, that's not my name."
Prove it. Anyone can say that. So someone's just murdered one of your kids, and they think it's the bloke that's down the road, but he's refusing to give his name. Meanwhile, you can see the murderer. You've seen him. He's running off, and you're going, "Police, he's over there." Yeah, but we think it's him, so we're going to speak to him until he gives us his name. No, I've seen him. He's gone over there. No, we think it's him. We need his name. And this guy's going, "I'm not giving you my name." Meanwhile, the bloke that's just fucking murdered someone in your family is now in America.
That's the crime, isn't it? They will arrest him there and then, wouldn't it?
Wasting police time.
Give his name.
Wasting police time. Just, what's your name? Derek Trotter. Cool, you're not the guy we're looking for. We can move on. It's happened to me like 4 times where the police.
Show us your ID.
Yeah.
I'll just show him your ID. That's
Job
it.
done.
Like literally, that's my name.
Give him your
that's
name.
all you're getting.
Like this.
Not where I live and stuff like that.
I don't want to get. What's your name? What's your badge number? What are you going to find out? Have my badge number. Like, what's it? I don't understand it. People, I want my privacy. The police were all about privacy. You tell them your name. He's not then going to go and tell someone in co-op, "Oh, I arrested Kevin Smith." They're completely private. They are the most private organisation out there that the general public have to deal with. What you want about your privacy?
I think I'll give my name, but or I'll show a form of identity with my name, but I won't give them where I live, just that and the other. Just my name.
You don't have to. As soon as they've got your name, they know where you live. It's not a problem.
That's it. Well, not necessarily, because it could be more my names. What I mean.
Not with your name and date of birth. As soon as they've got your name and date of birth, they know exactly.
No, that's what. No, they won't know my date of birth. I'd say that's my name, because that's when they know stuff about me.
But they need to know stuff about you so they can make sure that you're not the murderer.
No, because that's all that's all they're gonna get is that's my name. This is me. It's my picture. You don't get my date of birth, nothing, because they could literally anything could happen. They can pin it on you. Oh, you're in that area. you're a suspect now. And then next minute, you're in court, like saying, yeah, this is what I was doing. Look, I was in the shop there, blah,
But
blah,
you're
blah, trying to
going off.
defend your case.
You're going off massive assumptions.
Well,
You're
yeah,
assuming.
but anything can happen. Anything can happen. You know?
Not if you're completely honest from the get-go.
You'll get questioned. You will get questioned. It's just time. You can, yeah, that's fine. I've done nothing wrong, but it's just my time they're wasting when I could be doing other things. I could be on my way to pick up my boys from school. You can have my name. I'll be subtle. There's my picture. There's my name. You're not gonna have my date of birth or where I live. There you go. If you're looking for someone with the name like you've said, like Derek Trotter, that's obviously not me. Boom, sorted. They're like, well, what's your date of birth? And I was like, you don't need to know that. You don't need to know where I live. You don't need to. That's all you need to know. If that's the only information you need,
but that's going off of like one specific thing. What if they need to know where you live because they've been told that house, they don't know who lives there, but the house, there's a house on that street and they think there's a cannabis grow and they need to know who lives there. They've seen you walking down the road, right? You look a bit dodgy. They think maybe it could be him. He smells of weed. Where do you live? What, you know? Oh, I live at that house over there. Oh, that's not the house we suspect. Cool, you're free to go. But because you won't tell them where you live, you've now just wasted your own time,
isn't it?
But they can only find you if you give them the information.
Yeah, but I've just told them my name.
But they're now after an address. They're now after. They need an address to find out if you live in the house where there's a grow, and you won't give it to them. So, okay, cool. We'll arrest you because because you won't tell us where you live. With this written on that card in your pocket, that if you showed it me, you could carry on with the rest of your day. But because you're refusing to show me where you live, I now have to take you to the police station to fingerprint you, where we get all of your information.
Yeah.
But you're now wasting your own time because if you show me where you live, I know that you don't live in the house over there with all the cannabis.
Law, like, they can't arrest you if you don't have to give them information. I think it's like your freedom, isn't it? It is your freedom. You don't have to give. That's like me coming up to you in the street, give me your name.
But it's not though because they're sworn in as police officers.
Yeah, but they're dodgy. Some of them are dodgy, like, you know.
Of course they are. They're hired from the general public. Of course, not all police officers are saints. Of course. Yeah. But I think if you try and fight against the police, you are one of the dumbest people in the world because they are there to help you.
No, I get that for sure. But if you're like, if you just want to be left alone, like, I'm not going to give my address or any other details. Like, I'll just give you my name. I feel like you should be entitled to give your name.
Okay, but again, if your house is...
If you're completely innocent.
If your house has just been burgled... Yeah, but they don't know you're innocent. They don't know that. If your house has just been burgled, you, personally, your house has been burgled, and they've stopped a van right outside, but the guy is refusing to tell him anything, you know it's him. You know all the stuff is in the back of the van, right? You know it is, because you've seen him. You saw him leave your house to your telly, and you've seen him get in this van.
You match the description,
and the police have stopped him. But he's refusing to give any details. And they go, oh, well, he's refusing. Right, see you later, mate. Off you go. You're going to be fucking fuming. You're like, I've seen him. Oh, yeah, but he won't give us his details, so we can't prove it. Just give your details.
Yeah, which I think should be your name.
But that's not enough, bro. If they ask you for everything, just give it to them. You're just wasting time. The police need to be out there actually dealing with crime, not some fucking dumbass that's going to go, oh, I'm not going to give you my address because you might come back. I don't trust you. You might come back to my house and look for my letterbox. They've got better things to do. Just give me your name. Give me whatever they need. And then you'll be done.
What do you need, pal?
Yeah, literally. What do you need? What do you need? If anything...
To be fair, I've been stopped by the police many times before, even on a night out, where someone's been scrapping and I've looked like the same guy. And I've genuinely, to be fair, I've been drunk and I've been like, yeah, it's my name. Yeah, where have you been? I'm like, I've been there and there. That's all you need to know. You can check CCTV where I've come from if you really want to. That's it. That's all you need to know. It's not me, not the one you look for. If I see someone that looks like me in the white top, I'll promise you I'll ring 999. You know? I could be the guy that did it, but...
I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you. Yeah, exactly. So,
we've gone on for way too long. We need to stop soon.
Yeah, we do.
But you're wrong. You should give the police all your details.
Some case.
Every case. Because you don't know what they're investigating.
Yeah, I get that. That's what I mean. It's a grey area. Like,
it's not a grey area. Just give me your details. There's no grey area.
This is my bank pin. So yeah, you can see what I've been purchasing for the past fucking 5 days.
There's no grey area. You're either dumb as fuck or you're not. Like, just give me your details. No. Guys,
in the comments section, if the police stop you and you've done completely nothing wrong and they're suspecting you for something, should you give all the details? Yes, or no? Yeah or nay?
Yes, prove your
Or
innocence.
should you or do you just give your name?
Give them everything they need. I was just making it too difficult. Right, we've got to go. I've got to edit
I still
this.
love you though.
I love you too. Even if you're dumb as fuck, I still love you.
Dumb as fuck. I still love you too. I would say bye there.
All right, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.